That's right. That's me. I just drove away. Good. It is interesting how time doesn't pass except during dialogue. It certainly makes it easier to get certain things done. Okay, there's the chute. We go up the stairs. Need my flashlight. Right. So then we go through here. Up here. We talk to the dice maker.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce one die per customer.
Wait, it was come back at 8:40. Huh? Pick up dice. 10:40. So 18:40.
I'm listening.
Found the intercom, but it's not working.
I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
You must tell me the doorbell with the empty name card was yours?
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. Sure, I'm listening.
There's a terrifying taxidermied bear in your cellar.
Oh boy, the fabled Revo ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Ice cream?
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth.
Okay.
By man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
That's the same thing.
What'd they expect? 20 cents per hour is dog's pay. Surprised they should have to work at all.
Oh, but they did. They did show up to work, and not alone. There were also acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the ice cream stand.
Okay.
They already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
It didn't work out.
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, lost the price war to its rival, Glace 5000. Glace 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean.
How come?
He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants.
Ooh. Yeah, don't desiccants? That's... Wait, high on desiccants? That doesn't sound good. I get Therian.
Therian, a mega wild beast.
Very cool. I don't want to hear about bears anymore. Let's move on.
I totally anything else?
Right.
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Why?
Some of my friends were... I've grown crafty. I'm sorry.
Why can I not pick up my die?
Again. Are you looking for a die?
Alright, maybe I'll just come here tomorrow. That's annoying. Alright, what are we doing? Where's... Interest info, whirling... Where... I thought we had a task for the password to this. No, that's right. We need the fridge to thaw. And with the fridge thawed, there's a backup in there. And I'm thinking we plug the backup in, we print it, and we'll get the password, which we can then use to authenticate with the real one.
This orange machine.
We either need a better pry bar or just wait for it to thaw more. Okay. Glad that we've straightened that out. Let me put this back on. Okay. We need to go to the balcony and look for the smoker. I think it was number 28. The lady said that their room was. And they said they should be there in the evening, so it should be about time. Go in here. Go to the balcony. We do a bit of looting, as is our powers.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened.
The northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. The wind blows through your hair. The sea breeze cuts around you, high on the balcony. As you stare over the waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains.
Wonder what I look like up on this
Eyes
edge.
of a seagull, a nest of brown hair, not worth the 50-foot dive.
Okay, dude.
Dock, a rugged man staring out to sea, mere feet from fatality. From a guest on the balcony of the whirling in rags, a silhouette imposing enough to be seen at a distance. The chill is bracing. The salt hangs in the air. Those arches acted only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration underwater iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers and their
Who did this?
too,
Who did this?
and clavicles.
This damage.
The fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
5-nation army? Well, that's not as cool as a 7-nation army.
Ships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well.
That does sound like a pretty bitchin' gun.
Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water.
That seems dangerous to still have artillery set up for being able to fire. All right, get all this plastic tear. Don't mind if I do. The door is locked. Is this the right balcony? Wait, no. I go through that balcony and then I go through this door. Feel like I'm not going the right way. Oh shit, did we just get jorts? Hold on. Clothes. Full liver jeans. Ah, there's just normal jeans. I thought it was jorts. I'm disappointed. Oh, but it gives us electrochemistry. Wait, both of them give electrochemistry? Tight around the thighs. Tight around the crotch. +1 tight around the crotch. God ass. Alright, so I guess we trade either a malice in savoir-faire or a malice in reaction speed. I'm going to stick with the bell bottoms because disco. Okay, I think this is the wrong balcony. I think we need to go to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through. Break on through. Break on through to the other side. What's this? What's this? You think you can stop me? Well, you can.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. No one answers. Looks like he isn't home. You should come back later.
2100? Fuck. Alright. Thought it was late enough. That's what I get for thinking. That's what I get when I think. Where else can we check out while we wait? I checked these, so I checked in there. Can't check in there. Still need to figure out how to get to the top of the Martinez. Can I break into this? No. What do I need for that? Bullets. Ooh. Interesting that there is a bullet tracker. I wonder if we'll need to use our gun when we find it. Somewhere. Somewhere out there is our gun. She is still up there. Noted. So we have anything new to
Nothing to say to you.
You the Hardy girl?
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a model? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Get it correct, Glenn. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
Unbelievable. That person has something to say? Certainly more people will hear in the afternoon. Not people I can talk to. Is there anything I can say to her?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Nope. What am I missing? I'm trying to think of what I can do to still be getting some progress while we kill time. Because I know once the harbor lock, tomorrow the harbor lock will be open, or I'll be able to get over there. So that'll be a new area. And then we can do some more discovery.
A crumpled bit with a sign billboard as
The downside to using a stat expenditure to get a reroll is all the other checks relating to that stat that I haven't found and already failed don't get that reroll. Certainly feels like there's going to be some major stuff over in that new area. I don't know why they would block it off otherwise. So it's got to be very important for solving the murder. The moida. Is there anything new over here? Or anything I missed? No. No.
the woman still.
Alright. Nothing to do with her. Well, I guess I can just read the case notes that I have. So that'll pass the time. Correct.
The ledger you own and the cool piece of arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51. Stamped yes. Arson, petty. You don't exactly close.
There it is. Read a case file.
An hour to piece one together.
The unsolvable case.
Leslie and Burke, aka the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case.
Cursed
It has
case.
passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in general, know it's unsolvable.
Well, why?
You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high.
Damn it, electrochemistry.
Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration.
Cut.
The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
The expression. Can we just keep them off the
You would
streets?
think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition because that's where the action is. Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
10 years? Wait, what is this case? How is this a case?
That you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Leslie is flashing.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on potent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face. Then you proceed to beat him.
Oh, what the fuck?
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to reports Leslie, who at this point is tending to Burke.
So I'm wondering if the impossible case is impossible, but this case is a case while discovering the impossible case, which is us assaulting them or their constant property damage and indecency?
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore.
That's kind of fucked up.
Apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
That's so fucked up. Okay, I get it's unsolvable because they just keep doing it and it's too low of a level to be something they can be incarcerated for. Although I feel like if you're consistently exposing yourself, there are definitely more severe penalties you can put against them. I don't know. That's kind of a grim and fucked up way to quote unquote solve it, by crippling one of the people by beating them half to death and breaking both of their kneecaps.
Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
Yeah.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead.
Huh.
She's been sitting there for weeks on her rocking chair.
A square hole?
The skull, staring at the wall.
Someone firing like tungsten cubes at people? What?
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
But no bullet? Okay, that's fucking spooky.
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
The couch in an unexpected location.
Brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside.
In the middle of the street, our couch.
Unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
It looked really cool, like a rock band.
Yes, as you've said here, insufferable rock and roll asshole.
I mean, probably more of a rockabilly move.
Anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it was.
Warriors, Come out and play. Ah, shit. I've been falling down a musical rabbit hole of old 90s dance stuff. And now I'm wondering if I'm going to be switching over to more rockabilly again.
They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it. And
Oh wait, drink coffee? No, I don't think that's...
coffee because they felt
Huh.
it intellectual.
Don't... You know, I mean, the rockabillys would hang out at, like, a stereotypical rockabilly. I think they would hang out at, like, a cafe, so maybe they would drink coffee. I feel like... I don't know. Beer, perhaps, or definitely. Tea, definitely don't feel like it. Coffee, black. If they do drink coffee, it's probably always black.
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
Did I ever catch them?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do.
Like the murder at the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum tum tum. At the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead. Of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villa Lobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
Fine, fine. On with the murder!
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve.
Okay.
Was doing it solo. Said it was a real
That's a real nutcracker.
twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder.
That seems like me troubleshooting something I don't know about. It's like,
Toughest he's
fuck,
ever
how the
had.
fuck do I figure out this problem? Was he a good cop?
He was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still.
Okay.
Now,
That's the thing that was interjected.
Case said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he... Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Real cool.
Yeah, really lame. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer.
Okay.
No one enters, no one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular.
Okay.
No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 50.
Wait, did he just like trip and bash his head on a counter or something?
Busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour.
Invisible assassin!
Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
I've never seen a hookah place that actually had like cushions and stuff to sit around.
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Must have sucked a lot of it.
He liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
He's just sucking that hookah all day.
Fucking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still.
All right, we're basically done with this. Okay, back to the balcony now that it is very much the evening, and they should bloody well be there now. Up there on the balcony, back in their homes. Right, I think I got some questions for that smoker. Figuring they know a bit something about this here murder. This murder here. Got the body down. Set off to processing. Kim's got it. Right, stand up fella, that Kim. Knows his way around autopsies. Alright, I want to save. I'm gonna save, just in case I'm Dave. We've got the smoker just chilling like a villain. Hey, buddy.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
That doesn't seem right because he's standing against a building. Conceptualization, what are you on? Have you been talking to electrochemistry again? Damn it, electrochemistry! Stop giving my inner voices drugs!
And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Okay.
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me.
Okay.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
I'm not going to make things right. I'm going to make them spectacular. Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw anything up.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
I feel like this is implying something. Why do I meet your friend?
Me. You do. That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his. Downstairs, a cat crosses.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Go if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time. Run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Nice. That's cool. All right. Only if we'll talk again. It's important.
Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
What is the Sunday? Are we gonna get some secret information? All right. First, loot. Ooh. Hardy Dragon's silk robe? I mean, it's a dragon. Drama, become the dragon. Electrochemistry, become an addict in a strange bathing robe. All right, electrochemistry, chill the fuck out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we are really killing it with this get up. Oh, we're looking great. Wait, why did that happen? Shivers or drama and electrochemistry. Let's keep the shivers. I don't like the esprit de corps, but I want the shivers. In a wider sense, this is actually my apartment and yours. Flyers for underground parties. Ooh. Underground rave sounds pretty nice. Sumerian conical hat. Interesting. I'm sure I'm supposed to sell the things I don't wear. But never. I must collect all the things.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
Oh. Oh no.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from.
We got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
I see. What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off.
All right.
This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
It's your fault!
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
Was the price stability?
The most important thing.
Doesn't tell me anything.
The central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment.
High economy for high employment. Well, why do you need people?
Maintaining the social stability.
Okay, but how does that benefit us exactly?
Take your daily bread, par exemple. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce.
Well, I mean, if they like to bake, they could just keep baking.
The Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below. No. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
Okay, 2% of what?
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency.
Would you like an informational pamphlet? You know what? Sure, give me a leaflet.
Monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral interne. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist.
I see.
Oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many
mind babies?
as is the
I
coalition.
don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's a terrible phrase. Delete that phrase. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Well, Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. but they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. More action. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by the revolutions. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. Like, every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? No. We gotta go with the revolution.
My friend, but the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
It didn't work because the coalition crushed it violently.
Oh yes, the big bad coalition crushed the revolution. Tell me, if the revolution was succeeding, would it have been crushed so easily? Are we really so bad for wanting compromise, peace, and prosperity? Unreasonable? Enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there any... Whatever you wish.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
Did, officer.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
It's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
Meaning it was entertaining.
Oh no. I mean, it was so strange. I could barely believe what was happening.
Okay.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Who were they? Can you describe
I
them?
couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very loud and very Martinez.
Very Martinez.
Just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanities.
How many were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Sound familiar? That matches the prints you observed at the scene.
Are any of them huge, like 200
That's
kilograms?
a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human. As far as...
Alright, we can go mark off the giant. Wait, so you didn't actually see the lynching happen?
Sir, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. All men, I presume. But again, I couldn't
Okay,
see
so you actually have like no good information for us. You just vaguely saw a thing and then didn't look closer.
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent. Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched a guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock. I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Please tell me when it
All I
happened.
can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, that was a waste of time.
I couldn't be of more assistance.
Can you tell me about your friend?
My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about
This
it?
place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away. My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you've seen him around. He's a busy bee. Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
Epis.
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
All right, okay.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand
It's
for?
been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. We are very excited to take it to the next
Okay, dude. You don't even hear the words I'm saying.
Supranational Political Alliance. The United States of Occident.
I see. So they're trying to make the European Union. It's gonna be like this place here.
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Revachol gonna be part of
It's
EPIS.
one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS.
Candidate member? Did you see that candidate members never become real members?
Oh no, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time.
I feel like this is a very pointed critique of United Nations.
But we were talking about my friend here, not politics. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the insular Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced.
You're describing how the coalition occupied
One
Revachol.
of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you
This
ever tried
fucking guy!
Here, and you know what it is.
Yeah, I'm what they call a masturbator.
Oh, how wonderful. I've heard it's oodles of fun. Not that I have time to take up new hobbies myself.
Still haven't told me who he is.
Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
Officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our...
Okay, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right?
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
Situation. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts.
Which
He's
arts?
A truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking.
So you don't know anything! You know nothing about anything!
Anything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Why can't we talk later?
Diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time.
I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around this apartment.
Go. Was there anything else? Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to fuck off. All right. Well, that was a waste of bloody time. I kind of wish we had Kim with us. I feel like Kim might have had some interesting interjections. All right. I think like the major cutoff is like 2 a.m. So I'm gonna see if there's anything to use up in my inventory from my interactables, just to save the time. I don't spend it elsewhere. Any more people to talk to? Unfortunately not. Oh, the cook is gone. Interesting. And I go through the blue door.
The old cobalt, the door.
The door does not budge. The door does not budge, no matter how hard you press. The door does not budge. What about this person?
The door is closed. Still, this door can open.
I see. Nothing. Okay. Let's check our interactables. The fume. The bullets.
An
Photo of the
intricate web
tattoos.
line. It still kind of looks like for you to discuss. Gone.
Okay, I thought there was something on there.
The note is written with someone has scribbled. S. I can't. You'll find the Philip.
Right. There was that. Medicinal purposes of the pale.
Medicinal purposes of the pearl. Very well. First,
Metal rune.
you need to combine the base ingredient with an
Birch bark.
Is there
Spoonful of
the
sugar.
ginger root will you imagine yourself?
All right, we've kind of exhausted that one.
It's just a racist. Oh boy. Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
This mug is an example of prejudice. I'm gonna use it as an example of what not to do. I'm gonna push it in the face of every merchant I find and tell them this is your inane ideology. This mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling, i.e. fraud and embezzlement. This mug didn't belong in the trash. It's just a funny mug. Can't anyone laugh anymore?
But it was in the trash.
Alright, that shit. Oh. I thought I got all the tear in my room. Noted. Alright.
The bed is still cold.
Let's go ahead and get our EB sleebies
Bed
done.
is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud.
No! Limbic system!
Carrying you away. But you can't go. No. You have to stay. Always half aware of you're not cooperating. Brother.
I must wake up!
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fleeting ball of safety, but you cannot because of the pain.
Hey, General Custer, welcome on by. Welcome on by, everyone. Playing some Outer Wilds. That is a very nice game. What is... That's a neat little wiggle. That's a pretty cool little emote you got there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're coming on by from Custer's Place and you don't remember if you followed them. I'll make it easy. Now you got a little heart, and then you can click the heart and you can follow them. Bam balam. Then you can check out old Custer whenever they're going live, playing games. They play some pretty great stuff. As I'm sure you know, since you were watching them play Outer Wilds, because that is a fantastic game. I will say, I am wrapping up myself. I was just getting through this event, and then I was going to save and then check on someone to raid. I guess feel free to stick around to chain into another raid you want. If you don't know me, I'm Dreki Ormer, Draconic Serpent, Flightless Dragon, or simply a worm on the internet. I'm a PNG right now because today has been a day, and my phone's dead, so I couldn't use my Live 2D model. And we're just wrapping up with Disco Elysium, which I've been playing on Fridays. I was afraid of that, but it's good. Yeah, I don't know. Disco days have been kind of odd. I didn't realize how narrated it was, so I thought I was going to be doing a lot more speaking. But it's more like I don't like talking over stuff being said. That kind of makes, I guess, the streaming experience somewhat stilted. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But welcome to the Ziggurat, Eagle Who Flies. I hope you enjoy your time here. But right, on to our sleep event, where our limbic system and our reptilian brain fuck with us. Hey, what was that? I swear I just saw something. I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Maker.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people. Really looking.
I look at people all the time.
You want
I'm trying to solve a murder.
doing that.
I will. I'm looking at people all the time. I like them.
Sure you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Yeah. They're all my friends.
At least
Except when they yeet me into the void.
each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque, parodies and tragedies of themselves. A great democracy of creatures.
Interesting. Oh, thank you for the boots.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Yeah, take that, limbic system. Take an explosive Dreki drink.
Let it. Let it.
Bring it on.
It never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings.
Rock and roll? No. We're gonna boogie, because this is disco, baby. I can't believe you're throwing gnomes at me. Why do you let them in here? Okay. And then dawn of the third day. I think that will be a good place for us to pick up next week.